Good afternoon, guys. I'm Paul Bentley. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what we've done with Social, the way we've approached it, and give you some examples and show you through some of my slides. We've come at Twitter a slightly different way to the way First Great Western did, in that my role is primarily around delivering customer information during disruption, or particularly unplanned disruption. So the day you're stood on the platform waiting for your train and your train isn't there and you wonder what's going on. And we realised that Social presented us with an opportunity to start to talk to customers and to actually solve some of those issues, particularly where we have a lot of stations that aren't staffed or trains where the only person on the train is the driver. And so that's where we kind of started our Social journey. This slide here just shows you our control room. This is our control room in the centre of London, and this is where we look after all of the train running across our network. What we've done is to put the Social team just here on this desk, right in the middle of all of the action and everything that's going on. And what that means is that they have brilliant access to the live information. They have really up-to-date access to what's happening out on the train network at all times of the day, and they're able to start to have some conversations with customers and start to deliver information to them. The team has been growing steadily since we started just over 18 months ago. So originally, I think Joe from First Great Western said it was just me, like it was just her, and now we've grown. We'll shortly be a team of 4. And we'll shortly be moving from our current Monday to Friday operation to be a full 7-day operation. We've also seen the followers grow, and that brings with it its opportunities and also some threats, and some of the things I'll talk about. But overall, something that hasn't changed throughout all the time we've been doing it is that around 70% of the traffic that we get through Twitter, and it's particularly Twitter that we use, is around train running. Where is my train? Why has my train just stopped? What's happening with this train? How can I get home? How can you help me? And so being in the control room really is key for us in delivering great customer service, because it's what our customers want to know about. I've just got a couple of example tweets to show you from yesterday, actually, just to demonstrate the points, really. People want to know what's happening and want to know what's happening at great speed. So the top 2 tweets here are just a couple of examples of customers getting in touch with us within 4 minutes of departure and a minute of the departure time to find out what's going on. And in the case of the top tweet here, this actually alerted our control room to the fact that something was going on. So customers are very quick to get in touch with us when there are problems. One of the great opportunities with Twitter, and one of the things we've done, which is my third example down at the bottom here, is that we can actually have a two-way dialogue between our control room and the people who are making decisions and our customers for the first time. A lot of our traditional media, particularly, say, the website, are geared around pushing information to customers, but we don't have a dialogue with them. And so the bottom tweet is just an example from yesterday when we were trying to work out whether the people from our connecting bus would actually fit on the train. And I was able to ask one of our regular customers who was on the train, how full is it? And we were able to feed that back to the control room, and then we were able to make decisions based on it. So that's a very small example of where we're able to use it, but it's something that is growing, and as we have more customers on more trains, the opportunities to help them and start that two-way dialogue really start to grow. We're very focused about the way that we feed back, and I know many businesses, as I go around various places talking to people, have trouble with this making of a business case. And what we've done is really to use what we call our web watch to deliver value back to the business. So every morning before 9 o'clock, my team will send out a daily log to the business, and that's everyone from the managing director right down to all of the different area station managers, our cleaning train presentation managers, our fares team, a huge range of people, really. A short summary of everything that's happened the day before on Twitter and in Social. And what that gives us for the first time as a business is a really quick feedback loop and a really good feel for how customers feel. If I give you an example, we've had some major engineering work recently, and being able to give customer feedback 4 or 5 hours after the start of the major engineering work so that we can make changes based on it is really powerful, and it's a lot quicker than it has been through the traditional channels where we'd wait for a letter or an email to come in through our customer relations team. Since we've had Conversocial, that's just developed and we're continuing to grow, so the number of categories where we log tweets is ever growing. So we've recently added things around our cycle policy and catering because they're two growing topics. But it's also helped us to log specific disruption events. So I'm now able to tell our control team what customers felt about how they handled a specific disruption event on a specific day. So that's been a really powerful tool. Excuse me. And it's really interesting to hear our senior team being able to talk and use examples from customers from the day before when they're making a point in meetings or to other people. And obviously this is the ultimate goal of the WebWatch. This is actually physically getting things fixed. I've just picked one example here for you. This is just a ticket machine at one of our rural stations up near Ipswich in East Anglia. And what we're able to do is to feed this specific point back to our ticket vending machine team via the WebWatch. They come back to us and tell us what's happening, and we can then go back to the customer. And it's very similar to Joanna's example of starting to get those little things taken through to drip those through. Because the opportunity with social is that when you're telling customers you fix something, all of your customers are seeing that you're fixing something. So that positive effect is multiplied. It's still an area that we need to improve on, and so we've increased recently our tracking in terms of making sure that the business is feeding back to the social team and that we're getting things back to customers as quickly as possible. My final slide this afternoon is just a little bit again about talking to customers, and we're always looking to keep that continuous feedback loop going. So just to share some of our recent survey data, this is a couple of weeks ago now. We just asked our customers just to tell us what they thought about the service we provide. I'm really pleased to say 92% of them said that they were happy with the quality of the tweets. And for me, the really important result is that 87% of them said that they were happy with the quality of information that we provide during disruption, our real reason for being. And the way that we provide information during disruption is always growing and always changing, but it's great to see that customers really like what we're doing. The final figure there is just around the people who think improvements have been made, and that was quite a strong piece of feedback that we really need to keep working and keep pushing because customers' expectations are changing and growing. It was once good enough that we replied to tweets. Customers were amazed that a train company would talk to them, and now there is an expectation that we will really drive change and really make positive changes for customers. So. Whilst we've made a great start, there's plenty more to do, and that will keep me busy for certainly a while to come.